Social problems in the U.S. are complex and multifaceted, encompassing a wide range of issues that affect individuals, communities, and the nation as a whole. Here are some of the major social problems in the United States. Poverty and economic inequality. Poverty. In 2023, 11.1% of the U.S. population, or 36.8 million people, lived in poverty. Poverty can lead to various hardships, including food insecurity, homelessness, and limited access to education and healthcare. Income inequality. The gap between the rich and the poor has been widening in the U.S. In 2021, the top 10% of Americans held 70% of all U.S. wealth. This inequality can lead to social unrest and limit economic mobility for those with lower incomes. Wage stagnation. Wages for many workers, especially those in lower-paying jobs, have not kept pace with the rising cost of living, making it difficult for individuals and families to achieve financial stability. Healthcare access and affordability. The U.S. is the only developed country without universal healthcare. In 2017, 8.8% of the population, or 28.5 million people, were uninsured. Healthcare costs are very high and many Americans struggle with medical debt. Approximately 1 in 10 adults have medical debt, with 3 million owing more than $10,000. Access to healthcare can be limited by factors such as income, race, and geographical location. Homelessness. In January 2024, over 770,000 people experienced homelessness in the U.S. The rise in homelessness is largely attributed to a shortage of affordable housing and rising home prices. Homelessness can lead to poor health outcomes and limited opportunities for education and employment. Racial and ethnic inequality. Systemic racism and discrimination continue to affect marginalized communities, leading to disparities in areas such as education, employment, housing, and the criminal justice system. For example, in 2024, 31.6% of the homeless population identified as Black, African American, or African, while this demographic made up only 13.7% of the total U.S. population in 2023. Wealth inequality also shows significant racial disparities. In 2022, the average wealth of white families, $1.4 million, was more than $1 million higher than that of black families, $211,596, and Hispanic families, $227,544. Education. Inequality. Disparities in funding and resources for schools in different communities can lead to unequal educational opportunities. Factors such as socioeconomic status and race can affect access to quality education and academic outcomes. Student debt is also a major issue, with a total of $1.75 trillion in federal and private loans outstanding. Mental health issues are prevalent across the U.S., and access to affordable and quality mental health care remains a challenge for many. Financial situations can negatively impact mental health. There is a growing awareness and advocacy for mental health, especially among younger generations. Restrictions on voting access are a concern for many, potentially affecting participation in democratic processes. Access to reproductive health care services is a contentious issue with varying laws and restrictions across states. Discrimination and lack of full legal protections for LGBTQ+ individuals remain significant issues. It's important to note that these social problems are often interconnected and can have compounding effects on individuals.